Grüß dich.
Grüß dich. Something tells me we got some work to do with our Ludo and Murphy. It's very awkward because I have to explain to her what I'm doing, and it's kind of awkward because we're talking to a camera that she's probably never really had to do before.
Okay.
Except for when you used to be an actress way back in the day. No, that didn't happen.
This did not happen.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Definitely not.
Wrong mom. Yeah, so I'm spending the weekend with my mother here in Bavaria because we only allowed one person because of this pandemic. We're only allowed to have one person, one family member per household visit. Did I say that right? Yeah, so Heather had to stay back at Kaiserslautern, and I'm just gonna mosey around and take some video of the snow that does not seem to want to leave. Right?
Right.
Okay, thanks.
Okay,
Thanks for being here. Thanks for living here. Thanks.
I'm glad you be here.
Now I live here.
Okay. Happy Valentine.
Happy Valentine's Day. That's too. Yeah, my mom has a birthday on Valentine, like the same weekend as Valentine's, so we have that to look forward to as well. So happy Valentine's Day to all of you all and all of y'all.
Same for me.
Same for you. Thanks, Mom. Cheers. That was awkward.
It was.
It was. I know. Thanks. Bye. This clip is going to be 7 things that we've learned while living in Germany for the past year. So there's a lot more, but I figure 7 is enough to cover and not take up a lot of time. Got to think of some really good questions or what we've been asked to elaborate on since we've been here. How safe is it here? Like, living in Germany, how safe is it compared to where we used to live? So, Georgia, predominantly southern, predominantly stuck in their ways, but I love the place. We've been there for 28 years, so can't say anything really bad about it. But I do know that the crime in the States is a lot different from over here. We could go through the entire year without having any issues. It's very safe. The weirdest thing is that, apparently I look American now, Heather as well, so we don't really fit the profile of Germans. The way that we dress or the way we carry ourselves or the way we talk in public, we're in an older village, so when we're out walking the dogs or we're out just talking to each other, you get those stares, and Germans are known to stare. They do. I'm pretty sure that the neighbors across the street right now probably staring at me as I'm looking into a camera like I'm talking to this building, but that's just the way it is, and you have to deal with it. But it's not the same as if you stared in the States. If you started staring in the States, somebody's going to tell you, what you looking at, homie? What you doing? Here it's just like, dude, staring again. Must be because we're American. But that's also a stereotype. A lot of times Germans are just staring because they're interested. They're curious. And it's no disrespect at all. You're in a different country, you're a different culture. People do different things than they would if they were in the States. And I'm sure it will be the same if Germans went to the States and started visiting. We don't dress the same. We don't have the same mannerisms in public. And I can only speak for the South because that's where we were at for so long. So, well, I won't be sitting in here too much longer. It is freezing in here. This is my stepfather George's spot that he comes to chill out, to meditate, to read, to do his thing, to cook on that old school stove back there. It's what he does. So he loves to come out here and start a nice little fire. It's obviously very cold right now, so no one's doing that. But I wanted to get another perspective and also to to see, to finish up my top 7 things that we've learned since we've been living in Germany. Do you have to learn German in order to live over here? I would say yes. You do need to learn some German. You don't have to be fluent in it, but you do need to get by. Heather is trying her best, and she's doing a great job. I could say that since we've been here, she's learned to pick up a couple of things as far as like saying hello, obviously, to strangers that walk by. Or here's the crazy part. When we got to our village and we started walking the dogs around, and neighbors would be in the area, or, you know, like I said previously, the staring, obviously that did happen, but they would not talk to you. They wouldn't say anything, you know. And Heather made it a point to always smile and wave at them and talk to them as she goes by, like, hello, hello. That's all she ever said. And they slowly but surely started coming around because they constantly saw us walking the dogs. They'd start waving. Now when she goes by and stuff, they know that it's Heather, and they wave first. It's crazy because normally in Germany, you don't wave. You don't make that kind of a connection unless you know the person or you've lived in the village for almost all of your life. Then you can say, you know, you can wave or you can talk to them. But with us being outsiders coming in, it was really cool that Heather makes, you know, motions and waves and gestures to show her kindness and how she's a nice person and not someone to just be standoffish about. So I got to give it to her. She's trying her best, and being a Southern girl, she knows her Southern dialect, and, you know, she's gonna constantly say oops or pardon me, excuse me, you know, when we're in stores or whatever, and she doesn't understand that Germans do not know what she's saying. So you have to say things like Entschuldigung, or if you did something wrong, my mistake, or tut mir leid. You know, she's learned all that. She knows how to greet the Amazon guy because she has an Amazon addiction. She knows how to greet them at the door. When the doorbell rings, she's not calling me anymore saying, hey, can you get the door? If she's wanting something from the bakery, she can order it herself. And a lot of times, if she points to it, they know what she wants. And sometimes when you make an effort, like Heather does when she's like ordering something, they see that she's trying, then they automatically switch to English, which is really cool. So the question whether you need to learn German or not if you want to live here, you do need to learn it, but you also just make an attempt to speak and communicate and engage with Germans. They will respect that more than you starting it off with just English, like I want this, I want that, or excuse me, like in that rude tone that we sometimes have that comes out. So there's that. Is the Autobahn really as fast as they say it is? Is it awesome to drive, and how fast do people usually go? Well, here's the thing about the Autobahn. If you're looking at pictures in the States and you're wondering, wow, it's 120 miles per hour, technically that's not true. 120 miles per hour is not how it works around here. When you see the signs that say 120 and 130, that's actually more like 70 to 80 miles per hour. I know that sounds crazy and unbelievable, but they go by kilometers here, or kilometers, whatever you want to say. Everything on the Autobahn has where you could go really fast, really quick, but then you also have to slow down really fast, really quick, because it can go from 130 down to 100, down to 80, and then down to 60. If you are going 80 in a 60, there is a chance that you are going to get caught by what's called blitzers. They call them blitzers here. It's basically looks just like an R2-D2, and it will look at you, and it's got a flash on it, and it will catch your license plate, and it will catch your face. It's so that the Polizei can send you a picture of yourself and your car showing how fast you were going, and then you pay a ticket for it. The more tickets you get, the more points you get taken off, just like the States. So when they say, hey, is this really you? It really is. You can't get out of it. You have to pay it. Like right now, it went from 130 to 100. That it's not all fun and games unless you're going like super fast in like a BMW or an Audi or something German made and German power, and you have the ability, like if you're going to Frankfurt, you could get on the Autobahn and just you could just take off. You know, next thing you know, you're hitting 220 kilometers. But yeah, so driving the Autobahn is a lot of fun. It feels great. The crazy thing is, that there's always 3 lanes on the Autobahn, sometimes 4 and more, but your average is 3 to 4 lanes. If you are in the middle lane of a 3 lane, you only go in that lane for a short period of time, because if you stay in that lane driving casually, not thinking about what you're doing, someone's going to honk at you or flash your lights. Flashing your lights is not really legal to do, but people do it. But you only use the middle lane to pass people on your right side. You don't use the middle lane to try and pass somebody that's actually in the middle lane, and you pass on the left when you're going into the fast lane. So that's a difference as well. I've got flashed at multiple times because I'm not paying attention and I want to, just casually cruise. But you need to get over and stay in the right lane. That goes for everybody over here that's in the military and just, casual, because that's what we do, is casual. Casual driving. Safe, casual driving. But don't stay in the middle lane. So yeah, Autobahn driving, super fast, super fun, but there are limitations, literally. That's right. Sonntagsbrot. Woo! Something else that we learned while living here for the past year is that Sundays are made to relax. So Sundays to relax, Sundays to relax. Some early morning drama is calling up my mama. You don't even know what that is. If you do, leave a comment. But, oh, what's that? Oh, yeah. Air fryer. We joined the cult. We're gonna start doing air fryer things. Anyways, so what we learned is that Sundays are days of the week where everybody chills out and doesn't do anything because nothing's open. There's no Walmarts over here, no 7-Elevens over here. You can't just go get a Little Caesars pizza if you really wanted to, because there's no Little Caesars over here either. But we adjusted, and I'm glad we did, because Germans love their leisurely times on Sundays, which basically means you get up when you want to, you put on your little hiking boots and your walking sticks, and you start going down the trails. You get your dogs with you, or you just hang out at the house. But don't you lift the hammer. Don't you do yard work. You can go in the garden if you want to in the summertime, but don't be like hammering walls. Oh, sounds like the Sonntagbrot is done. We'll get right back to that. What? Another thing we learned while living here is the cost of living. Some people have written us asking, hey, was it a really good move? Did you guys think you made a really good decision? Are you comfortable with your decision? Because you just packed everything up a year ago and decided to just jump across the pond. So how is that? How does that work out? If you're in a place in your life, it's not really a midlife crisis or anything, but if you're in a place in your life where you just fed up or tired of all the things that are going on, and I'm not trying to say negative things in the States, I'm saying just from personal experience, me and Heather's experience, I miss my mom a lot. I spent 20 plus years in Georgia, and I always thought about Germany. I always thought about coming back here and living the next half of my life here. I can only speak from experience of being a military brat that I missed it. I missed the Brochens. I missed the gummy bears, the little things, when you're younger. But then also, I just missed the way that the German culture was. My mom she emphasized Christmas, and because my Oma and my Opa, they were always celebrating the holidays. Christmas is one of those things in Germany that you just have to experience, kind of the same as like with Oktoberfest, which is crazy because it doesn't start in October. It starts September. It starts in September, not October. So that's something strange too. But cost of living here is pretty dang cheap compared to what we were doing back in the States. Like the last 2 or 3 years we were in the States, we were spending a lot on groceries. We had more money going out than going in. You guys may have the same situation. You may be different, but it wasn't like we had this giant nest egg saved up and we decided we're gonna take that, bring it over to Germany and see if we can make it. A lot of people have probably never even left Augusta, and that's kind of crazy. So if you haven't even gone to Columbia, South Carolina or anything like that, take it upon yourself on a weekend and just get out of your comfort zone. I know it's kind of hard to do with a pandemic in the air, but
You could do it. We just made a giant leap, is what I'm saying. And do we regret it? No. I think we're learning as we go. And it's kind of like a new chapter. And it's a chapter we want to share. That's why we got this YouTube video going. But we want you to know that we made a great decision. I had some doubts, like everybody will have, but you can do it. You can jump ship if you want to. No pun intended. We took a plane. But you can sell some things, take your life and do what you want with it. You only get one life. This isn't a YOLO segment. I'm just saying that you only get one life. And if you do anything in this life, make it worthwhile for yourself and for your loved ones. To just travel if you can, or experience new things. It can be an hour away, or it could be miles away, or it could be hundreds of miles away. But just do it. That's all I could say about that. So living here it's been a blessing. It's been fun, no matter what the situation is as far as what the world's going through right now. I'm glad we made this decision, but I'm also missing my family and friends. So if you guys want to come over and hang out, come on over. We got plenty of room. So that's all I got.
So another thing that we've learned while living in Germany for this past year is about the dogs. Like how awesome is it for dogs? Is it dog friendly? Do people like dogs? Other animals, rabbits, birds, parakeets, muskrats, mastodons.
There are a lot of trails here for dogs. We're about to go on one now. It's right literally a drive. We could walk there, but it's easier to drive up the hill. So there's tons of trails, there's tons of stuff for them to do, and there's dogs everywhere with their owners. You don't see a lot of dogs out alone like you do in the States. They really do take care of their pets here, which I love. I love, love, love. All pets. Birds, they have bird houses to feed the birds, and there's so many different variety of birds here. It's just a beautiful place. It's a beautiful place for our pets, and they love it. Our dogs L-O-V-E it. It's not like walking around the block. They get to go run, dig for moles. They go wherever they want. They just run, run, run. It's beautiful. It's a wonderful place to be for our pet.
Absolutely. I think Murphy and Ludo will agree to that. Whoa, there's a glare. Let me take these off. Yeah, and it's right out here. What we used to do back in the States was we'd have to walk them around the block. So we'd have to have them on leashes. And obviously other dogs, if other dogs get out of their fence, they will come they used to come after Murphy. And Murphy's had a fight maybe once or twice, in the States. But here, we have not even encountered any dog just roaming free in our neighborhood. And there's no way. I've never seen it. We do have some people that walk their dogs without a leash, and they feel comfortable because the dogs have grown up around here. So it's been a lot of fun, and we're really glad that we brought them with us. It was a stressful time when we got them on the plane, trying to get them trained for the kennel. They were in the same plane as we were, but they were underneath us in the cabin, but there was a pet area. So shout out to Lufthansa for looking out for pets. And when we landed, they freaked out. I'm sure they didn't know where they were, and it was a little frosty. But when we let them out of the, of the little carriage that we're in, it was so much of a relief for all of us and them because they had to pee. But it was fun for them. After a while, they got used to it, so it's really cool. And I couldn't ask for a better time to have our dogs with us. So if you guys are ever thinking about coming over here and you have pets, bring your pets, right?
Yeah.
Right. Bring them. Bring it! Another thing that we've learned while living here in Europe is about the air conditioning. Is there any? Because that's like one of the main things that we talk about all the time amongst our friends and family. Is I heard that it was no air conditioning in here. And air conditioning units, no, you can get some. You can get some portable ones. Hold on a second. Boy!
He's fine.
He's gonna cut himself on the barbed wire.
He does it all the time.
Who's walking who? Oh, itchy. Air conditioning. Sorry. So, getting here it was cold already in December. January, February, March, it was fine because it was a little rainy season or whatever. Don't be, boy.
Don't.
Oh, I just washed him.
It's fine.
It's the rainy season, you know, and the cool thing is, cool thing, no pun intended, that it didn't get really hot till like July. And then in July, kind of felt the heat a little bit, but we were on the outskirts of the lockdown after that, so we were able to chill on the porch and have a couple grill outs, you know, barbecues and stuff, and it was nice. The cool, awesome thing, keep saying cool, the awesome thing about, you know, the summers here is that
You just open your windows.
right, open the windows and you have to let everything air
No
out.
Screens. They tape their screens on and take them off
Right.
when they want to. The windows completely open, so your whole entire house is open.
That's
Yeah.
right. And then because houses are built so tightly here, you have to open your windows up before so you don't get mold in here. I think we've touched on that a couple times. But the great thing about it is you open your windows in the morning for probably about 10-15 minutes, circulate the whole house, and it's very cool in the morning. And then you shut them real quick before you go to work, and then they stay like that for the entire day. You get home and it's still cool in the house. I don't understand it either, but there is no air conditioning unit. There's no heating unit that I know of. Maybe the new houses do. Maybe the ones on base do. But on the economy and in our little village, nothing like that. So it's great. You have 2 weeks out of the year in July, August, where it's pretty dang hot. It reminds me of Georgia, and the more we get acclimated to it, the less it's going to remind me of Georgia. But at the moment, the only one that suffers is Murphy because of his furry furs. He's got a lot of fur, doing the damn thing. But, you know, this is his time. This is his season right now, where it's nice and his time over here, on this side of the pond, his time. Up here, it's his time. Down. So that's it. That's what we got, you know? But I think that worked out pretty well, don't you?
Yeah, it makes me want to watch Goonies.
What I was saying was that we have learned a lot while we've been here, which is awesome. I'm really glad that we moved over here. I had my doubts in the beginning and almost all the way through July. But we're here now. We're settled. If you guys want to come visit, come on through because we got room, and I'll show you that sometime. That'll be a really cool thing to show.
We got a whole upstairs for you.
Ludo, there's a hunters. Okay, well, so that's what we got. So thanks a lot for coming with us on this journey and being a part of our family, being a part of our YouTube fam. And if you guys have any questions or you guys want to see something, please reach out. Dalen, Ian, we miss you. We love you.
Yes.
We want you guys first and foremost to come through.
Grandpuppy Chip, we have a new family member.
We got a little puff dog, little puppy, you know, so that's pretty cool. So you guys stay in touch. Write us if you want. We've got an APO address. It's inside our About section in this YouTube page. So no excuse not to like keep in touch with us because that's what we're doing. We're trying to get you guys to see what we're doing. It's no bragging at all. It's just to show you, hey, it's like a tourist video.
Come
like,
move to Germany.
come move or visit or spend a holiday, spend a birthday. Just come see us.
Yeah.
And if you don't, it's okay. We'll still take pictures of this amazing land, you know? And we hope you guys have loved it. And if you have, give us a like, hit the subscribe button. And in the immortal words of Dave and Heather, living in Germany for over a year,
Cheers.
tschüss.